we go back to the first half then. Let's have a look at those goals. The early goal from West Ham with this one, Jamie. We spoke about Jarrod Bowen briefly during our halftime show, and he's someone that has really come alive this season. I think he played an important role last season, but this season he's taken his game to a whole different level. He has a goal involvement every 90 minutes now in the last 7 games.
Yeah, it's a great goal. I mean, for me, he's going to be in the England squad the next one that happens. He's absolutely been in sensational form this season. And it's that, for me, is just a striker's instinct. He's gambling. He's thinking, if that ball goes over there, Sionchu, gets stuck underneath it. He's not dropped off, hasn't given himself enough space. And he's took a gamble and run into the space and the ball's got there. But to bring it down as well, get in front of the player, great first touch, and then just hit it low. He knows what he's doing. He's ruthless in front of goal this season. Fair play to him. He's become a top player.
Do you think he deserves an England call-up, Martin?
Yeah, I don't disagree with Jamie either. You know what, Michelle? I saw a lot of him in the Championship when he was playing at Hull. And honestly, you just knew, anybody could tell you didn't have to be brilliant at studying a player. And by the way, what a ridiculous one that was there by...
Cresswell, yeah.
He's had to wait a little while, so that's a big goal for him. It was a really good goal. But getting back to Bowen, absolutely, yeah, I think he's a really good player. Well, a bit of pace and good control and can go past players.
Well, the question is, will he then be picked over Marcus Rashford? Whether you think he deserves a call-up is one thing. Whether you think Gareth Southgate will give him a call-up is a whole different other story, Jamie.
Well, if you're going off players, what they're doing in the Premier League this season, Jarrod Bowen's he's on the team sheet. For me, if you're looking at the players that are performing week in, week out, Jarrod Bowen is that guy. He's scoring goals, he's got assists. I think he's brilliant with his work rate off the ball as well. So we know what Southgate likes in a player. I think he'll definitely get a call up. And then when he gets his chance for England, he's got to take it. We know Southgate likes his sort of competition players, the players that he relies on when it comes to, the crunch and the big games. But Jarrod Bowen's a player who's given himself a massive opportunity to get in there. And I think he 100% deserves it.
This is a question a little bit perhaps away from Jarrod Bowen, but does the club that you play for have any influence in whether your likelihood of getting a call-up for international duty, Jamie?
It used to. I'd say it used to. I wouldn't say so much anymore, because you look at the players that start in the England side, Calvin Phillips, Declan Rice, the players that you'd say are not playing in, the teams like Manchester United and Chelsea. In the past, I think that was absolutely the case. The bigger team you played for, the top sides that you played for, those were the players that kind of got the nod, even if you wasn't really playing that well. But now I think Southgate's changed that. Doesn't matter who you're playing for in the Premier League. If you're playing well and he thinks that you can do something that's going to improve the squad of England, he'll put you in there.
Martin, have you ever had players under you that you always felt deserved a call-up but never actually came for them?
Offhand, Michelle, you've put something to me there that I would need to really think about. Certainly, when I came to Aston Villa, first of all, at that stage, that Gareth Barry, for instance, Gareth Barry had dropped right down the list. I think he was heading to Portsmouth, and I just said to him, "Would you please hold on, see how this season goes, and I promise you, we'll try and build a team around you." And try and get you back into the England squad, which he had been in before. So he was getting back into the squad from a nowhere position. But offhand, the likes of James Milner improved their game, so he was taking a step forward. Ashley Young, players like this here. But if you're asking me about someone that I think that started from scratch, well, Agbonlahor, for instance. Agbonlahor was when I went to Aston Villa, first of all, Agbonlahor was actually, he had been out on loan. I think one of the teams, Watford or Sheffield Wednesday, had sent him back. And for instance, for this fella to get the call up for England, whether Gabby always wanted to play for England or not, I'm not wildly sure. But overall, when he got the call up, obviously it's a nice feeling that you think that you've helped someone actually to get to that sort of standard.
Yeah, Gabby's a good
Gabby
friend.
was too interested in going out, Mike.
There's no question about that. He had too many off the field activities to worry about, you know. So Gabby felt that 3 days with England was not part of his plan.